Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy King A here, and today we are back with another episode of How to Revamp Champs. This is episode 3. We are finishing off the bad champions of the science class. So today we're doing Ant-Man and She-Hulk. I came up with a great idea for Ant-Man. She-Hulk isn't as good, but I definitely tried to make her a viable champ. Ooh, I didn't mean to go into upgrade. I meant to go into info. There we go. So yeah, let's jump into this. So I think the first thing I thought to change was to up the percentage for the chance to stun. So I was basically just thinking special attack 1 80% chance, special attack 2 90% chance, special attack 3 100% chance to stun. You can leave the seconds, they're fine. The passives leave the poison immunity. And then I was thinking you could just boost that up to like a 20% increased chance to stun, so you could have a 100% increased chance to stun for a what's it called, for like a smaller chance. It doesn't say if you have an increased chance to stun if they're bigger or smaller, but you could stun lock, or maybe just lower it to 15. Lower it to 15. That's actually better. So that you can't just have like a broken stun lock. But yeah, and then for the heavy attack, I think you could leave it the same. Maybe have the attack increase, but it is actually like a 150% attack increase, so I think that's fine. And then I think the duped ability is really where I change stuff. So Jennifer Walters relentlessly studying and research on her opponent allows her to place a passive effect on them, reducing a specific stat by 17.03% based on which class they are. So what I was thinking was, well, what if we up that to 100% at SIG level 99, and made it so that you either increase their attack or decrease their attack or decrease their health by 100%. So, fighting with She-Hulk, if you had, I wasn't sure, I didn't actually work out which classes it was, but maybe like Mystic, Cosmic, and Tech, you reduce their health by 100%. So you basically cut their health in half. And then for Science, Skill, and what's the other one? Mutant, you reduce their attack by 100% when you're fighting them. I think the health one would definitely be more beneficial. But yeah, it was a small little thing that I thought would actually make the champion a lot more viable instead of just reducing some random stat. And it doesn't even say what stat is reduced based on the class. So that's kind of confusing. So yeah, I thought that'd make She-Hulk a little better. I don't know how worse she'd be, but I think she would definitely have a much bigger role in the game. And now for Ant-Man. Ooh boy. Okay, so his abilities are very few. His glancing makes him a decent. It makes him an annoying champion to fight. It doesn't make him a great defender. People kind of stop using him for Alliance War defense, but for very, very long fights, he is very good. But I thought you could use the best offense as a good defense. So I thought you could switch his defense around, but we'll get into his ability a little later. I was thinking for the light attack, it says 20% chance to fatigue. I don't really like this because it can trigger willpower, and that's not very fun. And fatigue isn't very helpful. So what I was thinking was you basically this is made for the special 2, and because it said the ants feast on the target's fatigue, I was like, why don't you just make it a 20% chance to leave crumbs on the opponent? So it's kind of like a gag thing because Ant-Man's kind of like a funny character. So it's a 20% chance you leave crumbs on the opponent, and it'll be a little I guess it can just be yellow, kind of like Dr. Voodoo's Loa's. So it's a debuff, but it's not really a debuff, so that doesn't trigger willpower. And it'll say like 1 crumb, 2 crumb, however many crumbs are there. And then the special attack 2, it feasts on the fatigue. And I was thinking at rank 5, level 50, it would deal like 1,000 damage. Or not the 1,000, 700 damage per crumb over 7 seconds. So I thought that'd be a really funny way to make him very good and make his special attack 2 very worth and very hard hitting. And then for his special ability, I was thinking the max would be 70%. The max percent would be 70%, maybe 65%. But I think 70% would make him. I'm making him a God tier champion right now. Okay, so he has his glancing ability, right? Pim gas control. He alters his size during combat with precision, with precise Pim gas control, granting a 44.28% chance for incoming attacks to glance. And this is at level 20, so I'm guessing it goes up to level 100. Or it doesn't go to level. I'm guessing it goes up to 85. I actually didn't check in Labyrinth, but that's kind of what I'm guessing, and that seems reasonable. And glancing it cannot be critical, deal 50% reduced damage, and suffer 100% of negative 100% offensive ability accuracy. So it nullifies all your ability accuracy, you get reduced damage, and it cannot be critical. So I was like, okay, well, let's just reverse this around. So max 70%, Sig level 99. He has a granting a 70% chance for an attack from Ant-Man to guaranteed be critical, have 50% increased damage, and suffer negative 100% ability, and suffer negative 100% offensive ability accuracy. So you're negating their ability accuracy, which makes him a great magic killer. Good for Dormammu because he keeps his defensive glancing, and maybe make it so that the dexterity, I don't know, something for the degen, but makes him a great magic killer, great Spider-Man killer, and he has that poison. And magic is a mystic champ. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like so he gets a guaranteed critical. So he's gonna have a super high critical hit chance the entire fight. He's gonna be hitting like a truck, and he's gonna be negating a lot of ability accuracy. I thought that was a really good idea for him. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any ideas for how to make these champions better. I thought these were a quick couple things because these champions don't have a lot of abilities, so it wasn't a lot to go off of. But Ant-Man, I thought that was a great way to make him good. She-Hulk, situationally, she could be very good. I mean, the higher health of the champion, if you have the right class, then the better you're doing. The lower attack, maybe increase 100% attack for certain classes. Maybe that would be better. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I always like doing these videos. They're very fun to think of. Just brainstorm for 15 minutes, come on here, and just talk about this. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.